that your stuff is not getting suppressed because you got like an open ticket or something, I'm going to call Buduki on that one, because this is the third time this has happened to me over there with something, and all 3 times this has happened. So it's like the fool me once, fool me twice, and then by the third time, you're like, all right, come on now. So anyways, I just wanted to update you guys on that and let you know what was going on over there. So ridiculous. So ridiculous. Blended Oasis. What is good? Fetty Wap's in the house. What? Oh my God. Shoes. Not a coincidence. So. Okay, babe. All right. Well, if you're just joining us, we had to end the stream somewhere else and redo it because, as usual, we're having technical difficulties because this is the life we live. Go electronics.
We're living, we're learning.
We're living and we're learning. That's right. Creepy Grabs is here. Ever since he removed my stuff, I haven't had a sale. That is interesting, nurse. That is interesting because I had a Super Bowl hat that was between the Redskins and the Broncos, and that actually was removed maybe 3 weeks ago. So that is interesting. Interesting timing as well. Interesting. I find these things interesting. All right, guys, let's get started. We got our lanyard on. We're good to go. We're going to put on our eyeballs because that's how we roll these days. And let's get started. All right. So first pair of shoes here is a pair of Crocs. I picked these up at a garage sale for $1. Immediately, I just put them in the washing machine. What I do with all shoes like this is I just put it on the delicate cycle. So I'll put a whole bunch of like kind of rubber-based shoes in there. I throw them in. I put a little tiny bit of OxyClean. I do a little bit of Color Safe bleach. And then I do a little bit of like an Arm & Hammer no scent laundry detergent. Throw that in there. I put it on a delicate cycle. And then when it gets out, I let them dry. And then what I do is if there's still like some discoloration, I get my handy dandy little electric cleaner out because you know your girl ain't scrubbing nothing these days. So I get out that. These days what I'm using for cleaner too is I've gone back to the basics, folks. I am doing grandma's sneaker cleaner because I'm convinced it's the best. I have tried all of them, I think, at this point, and I think this is the one that I like the most. A lot of people like the pink stuff. It's okay too. It's great. I just like the convenience of the spray bottle. So what's up, Southern? Magic Clean Eraser. Yeah, you know, they just break on me so easily. So I stopped using those. I got tired of getting through them. There is a sneaker version you can get that I have used. If something has something I need to like sand it off, because that's basically all those are doing. Hello. Oh, hello from California. What's up, Callie? Snap here. I use that as well, the grandma stuff. Yeah, I think it just works the best. I started using it on clothes too. I know this is crazy, but it is like my go-to now. Yeah, I don't like the crumbling is really annoying. I know, and I do get those little sneaker ones. I don't even know if these ones here. So I'll get these. They have like a buffing pad on one side, and then they have the on the other side. So these are basically like pretty much like the magic eraser. They just don't crumble as easily. So if I get a spot that like I need to sand it, then I'll use them. But it's just so rare these days. So I'm using the grandma's, and then the only other thing I use is my little pump bottle here that has 100% acetone in it. And those two things, weirdly enough, unless I'm cleaning suede shoes, and then I use the just suede, or I'm cleaning patent leather, and I use the patent leather cleaner. Other than that, I think that's really all I'm using these days, because I just want to keep it simple, right? Kiss, keep it simple. Thanks. Yeah, I like the setup. It works good. I like it. I like the electric desk. If you guys are wanting to get one of these too, I've got my link dinketer is in my bio YOE here on TikTok. If you're on YouTube or wherever else, just look on my page. You'll see the link tree. Because all of these electric tables are on sale right now. So take a look if you want to get one, because that's, it's a good time. The sneaker cleaner is the best. It does smell good too. I have to agree with Jess. I like the smell of it. It's like a really light scent. Got yours from IKEA. Oh, I didn't even know they had them. That's fantastic, Tenacious. Wonderful. Yeah, IKEA. Man, I haven't been to an IKEA in a long time. Okay, so that's what I did on these ones. I put them in the wash, and then I used my little scrubber thing, and then I just take and do one quick wipe down along the edges here just to get that little black off. And these are pretty good sizers, aren't these? These are like, what size are these? These are like a pretty big shoe. It's probably on the bottom. It says an 11, but those look like really huge to me. Crocs are always like that though. Okay, so we are going to do our normal kind of photographing here. So I like to do what I call action shots. So I always stick one of my little stand things. All the stuff I'm using, by the way, guys, if you are interested in looking at it or you're wondering where I got this, I got every single thing you see from the Smile store, if you know what that is. And if you go to the link Dinketer Mabawaii, you can click over and it'll say reseller supplies to get you started. In there is everything that we use. So you don't have to get all this. This is just what I have found that I use the most. And it just makes my life fast and easy. So, all right. We are going to get these all positioned here. Oh, Southern, we got to get our 4-wheel drives in there. All right, let's get a picture of these. Now, with your phone, you want to make sure, too, we go over this every time, but I just think it's such a crazy, insanely important thing. Do we have any new resellers in here? Anybody new to reselling? One of the biggest mistakes I made in the beginning was not realizing that all my photos needed to be in square mode. When you do your photos and they're not in a 1:1 ratio, the apps will immediately try to make it like that because it looks better on mobile, and like 80% of people are purchasing stuff on mobile. And so if you don't do it in square, it vectors and squeezes your image in, and then it puts these bars on the side of it, and it's going to make your item look really small and distorted on the screen. So yeah, so if you guys are new, first of all, welcome to this amazing, crazy business. Make sure your phone is always in the square mode. Now, I use an iPhone. If you're an Android user, you can do this as well. But on iPhone, there's a way for you to put it in square mode and then permanently keep it in square mode. If you don't know how to do it, just Google, keeping my photos in square mode. There's some simple instructions you can follow that people have made videos on how to do that. I just keep mine in square mode all the time now, so I don't have to keep putting it in square mode. Snack Dabble, I finally got that phone lanyard and I love it. Dude, whoever created whoever created this is a stinking genius, because it worked. Like, I don't lose my phone now. It's amazing. And think about how many times you are picking up your phone and setting it down and picking it up and setting it down. I mean, that's so much wasted effort. So being able to just drop it now is great. I learned that 50 items into listing. Coley, I think I still may have a few long photos of really old stuff in there. Gonna be perfect for concerts. Snap. That's exactly what I wear it to. I wear every single one of these to a concert. And what I like about this particular one is because of the length of it, it fits in your pocket well. So if you're at a concert and you're like dancing or you're doing something and you're moving, you can slide it in your pocket. When you wear jeans, it also will slide into that back pocket so that you can still take it out and use it and just drop it if you want. Or if I'm at a concert and I don't want my phone jangling around, this is what I do at garage sales, is I just pop it in there. So yeah, I'm telling you, I know whoever created this lanyard does not know I exist and is probably like, why are we selling so many of these lanyards? Oh, one other thing too, you guys, I promised you that I would stick this in my link tree, and I did yesterday. I have no idea who it is that created this. It is a human being on eBay that makes these from their house. It's a made in the USA. Some dude makes these. And it is the best box corrugator you are ever going to find. Do not get one anywhere else. I make $0 off of advertising this. This person has no idea I love this thing so much. But it works so good to be able to like Frankenbox and make new boxes and stuff for when you're shipping stuff. It literally works so good and it never dies. So so I put this in my link tree because I had a couple people ask me about it, and I'm like, I don't even remember the name of the guy. So I had to go into my eBay, go into my old orders, scroll, because I bought a ton of stuff on eBay, scroll and find this thing, and then I created a link for it for you guys. So it's like they're cheap too. It's like $5 or something. So amazing. I bought, did you get the pink one blended? I love that. But you have the Champa scissor thing. Oh, Works? Well, of course we got Works. We got Works. Works has been over here charging. He's been working a lot lately. Of course we got Works. And this is great for cutting, right? If you want to cut the boxes, this is what I use. But if you're just trying to like corrugate it so you can create a new edge, like create a box, make a box smaller, and you don't want to cut the cardboard off, I'm serious. You guys literally get one of these. They're like $5. God's here. What is up? And it's a tax write-off. Amen. Snap dabble. You took the words out of your own mouth. I don't know how that works. Golden. What is up? Works just powered through a double wall box like it was paper. Are you serious, Southern? I'm telling you, this thing is insane. Like, it works so good. That's so crazy. And I have cut so many stinking boxes with this thing, and that blade is still so sharp, and you can't cut yourself with it very easily, which is good for me. Joanne, thanks for the follow. God's at work. All right, I hear you. Casey Ray, how are we today? Did you see what I did there? That rhymed. Okay, all right. To work. Get to work, Charity. My goodness, what are we doing? All right, so the first picture I always take is kind of a little bit sideways. That way the person can like see the shoe. And this is what's called an action shot in photography, meaning that it's looking like something is in movement. When you do that, it just draws the eye in. So instead of doing your shoes just like that, if you can pop one shoe up, it'll just make it look like someone's actually walking, and they can see what it'll look like when they walk. Now, I'm going to have an opinion on something, and you guys are going to love or hate this opinion. I have been seeing this a lot lately, and I absolutely just detest it. I've been seeing people do their shoes like this. Here's the problem. That is not a way that a human being stands. So I don't know anybody, I mean, maybe if you're like a ballet person, I'm trying to do it unsuccessfully. No one is going to stand like that. I get that you're showing the side, and I get that you're showing the logo, and I get all of that. But that's not how a human being's foot is. And also, more importantly, search engines can't read that, because that's not a natural way for a foot to be, or a natural way that these shoes would be. If someone is trying to find this specific pair of shoes and they're using, so let's say, for instance, this is going to be my lesson for the day. You're at the shoe store, right? And you see a pair of shoes you like, and they're $114. And you're like, well, I'm not paying $114. I want to get these on eBay. So you go into your Google Lens and you take a picture of the pair of shoes. And I'm just going to do it right now while we're live so I can show you. So I'm at a shoe store and I take a picture of that shoe, right? Then what's going to happen is what's going to pop up is places for me to purchase those shoes, right? So if your shoes are like this and not like how the company would put them online, you're going to end up not showing up in the SEO. You're going to blow your search engine algorithms by doing things that are unnatural. I get you're trying to be creative, but clever doesn't always work. I mean, I love being creative. I love being clever. Look at me. This is how I dress. This is a grown adult person. But this is business, right? So if you do it like this, the search engine is going to pick up this front shoe, because that's how shoe companies make it. So the search engine is going to pick up this front shoe. And then when they go to look at the shoes and they look down here, yours is going to stand out from everybody else because you're having an action shot. Like if you look at this one here, that one even stands out a little bit because it's got movement. It's showing something is happening. Now, I don't particularly love how they did that, but that's my opinion. I mean, even that is better than the side thing because at least it looks like the way a person's foot would be. So that's my opinion. Opinions are like armpits. Everyone has them and they generally stink. So if you don't like it and you want to do it your way, you can do it however you want, because guess what? This is your business. But that is just my opinion. I saw this. I was listing stuff this morning and I saw this on a couple people's listings. And I was like, what is going on? That does not look good to me. So that's just me. That's why I take notes every live. Oh, Tenacious, right on. Good. I only stack to show all sides. Yeah, and here's the thing, K-Rock. We're talking about your opening photo. After your opening photo, you can put them however you want. You could have them hanging from fish lines from your ceiling and it wouldn't matter. Because all that matters is that first picture, because that's going to be your search engine picture. That's the picture that eBay and all the apps have designated as your opening photo. That's your starter. So that's the one that you want to have it look good so it can read it. Oh, Casey Ray, thank you so much. Hunter, thanks for the follow. Yeah, God, making a sale. That's what I'm talking about. I still have the shoe displays in my cart. You'll get them eventually. Hey, not the flamingo pose. Southern, that is what it is. It's like the flamingo pose, except for we're not flamingos. I mean, flamingos are cool. Man, I need some flamingo shorts. I only stacked, yeah, that's, like I said, doesn't matter on your second photo, is totally fine. I've literally found my own listings before when doing a reverse image search. I have too, that's amazing. Yeah, SEOs or search engine optimization is the most important. Is that just called a shoe stand? I don't know what the name of these are. I know that sounds terrible. I don't know the brand or anything. Like I said, if you go to my LinkedIn and my bio, and it'll take you over to reseller supplies to get you started, and over there you'll see them. They were not expensive either, and there's so much of this kind of stuff on sale right now too. So get it, stick it in your cart, and get it when you can. Have a lot to change in my web. Yeah, hey, we all do. For a group of items, do we use the word lot? No, do not use the word lot, Fran. So you want to use the word set. If you use the word lot and you have agreed to ship things internationally, eBay can't sell things overseas to certain countries that have the word lot in it, because it becomes like a tariff situation, and it looks like they're buying a bulk item, even if it's just 2 little dolls, right? So you want to use the word set. And I've actually been going back through my listings and fixing that. I didn't know that either. That is something I just recently found out. So Vanessa's here. Woo, woo, woot. Good morning. Yeah, no, you're welcome, Fran, anytime. Okay, let's get some photos, you guys. Let's do this. Okay, so like I said, our first photo is going to be that opening photo. And this is how I like to do mine. So I've got the action foot, so it looks like it's in movement. And then I've got that nice first shoe, so the search engine can pick that up. And then I use a lazy Susan here, because if my name was Susan, I literally would be a lazy Susan. But I don't want to have to do extra work. So I just do this. So front, sides, we get the sides of all the shoes. Then we're going to flip them over. We're going to get, this is going to be interesting to try to get these here. So I get the inside area here, and I may have to do a little stand or something to get these. There we go. They're like, they don't want to sit on their sides. All right, perfect. There's that. And then we're going to stack these against the back wall and get the underneath area here. Take a picture of that. And then make sure I get close up here on the size to show the size. And that is it. That is how easy. Oh, I forgot the front, or the inside. That is how easy it is to photograph shoes. Hate cleaning them. Love photographing them, because it's so fast and it's so easy. All right, next thing we've got is another pair of Crocs. These are just a little pair of women's Crocs with a little gem. I just popped these gems off. These went right into the washing machine and came out almost perfectly clean. So I didn't have to do a whole heck of a lot to these. And I love shoes like that. I love when I get shoes and it's not like some crazy, insane amount of cleaning that I have to do. All right. And then also don't forget, guys, when you're doing this, to mess with your exposures on your camera a little bit. If your black isn't looking black and it looks gray, it means you need to change your settings on your exposures. And I'm going to give you guys kind of let me show you what I mean. So this was something that took me forever to figure out. So I want to show you so that you don't have to, go through this, the pain of trying to figure out how to do this. Okay. So if your exposure, so this is how the shoe should look, right? It's a black shoe, looks like a black shoe, boom, done. If your exposure on your camera is too high, you're going to get a picture that looks like this. How many of you guys have tried to take a picture of like a black t-shirt and it turns out like looking gray almost? It's because the lighting in your room isn't matching the exposure on your phone. So on iPhone, I don't know how to do this on Android. You guys will have to kind of figure it out on your own. On iPhone, right up here, there's a little exposure wheel. And so what you do is you just click it. For my black colored stuff, I usually go anywhere between just 0 or -3. On any of the white colored stuff, I usually go +3. Every once in a while, I'll have to go +7. Everything else kind of stays about at 0. But that's my room. Wherever you guys are doing your photographs, it may be slightly different. Heather, what is good today? Mayberry Wifey, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. You never find Crocs at yard sales? I find so many Crocs at yard sales, but I don't know if maybe it's just the area I'm in, because down here in Texas, it's just so warm all the time that everybody's wearing Crocs all year long. Like it's sweaty, like it's hot out today. I'm literally sweating today. I hate photographing black clothes. Hey, Hunter, maybe it'll be a little bit easier now. I had the same issue. I just remember getting so frustrated and being like, why are all these t-shirts looking so like faded? I'd have this beautiful rich black t-shirt and then it would look so faded and I couldn't get it for so long. Saw a video, someone was talking about exposures and it was like mind blown. So I 100% try it again. Just try it with the using the exposures. Is photographing a word? Yeah, I think so. I hope so. If not, I've made it up. Misty, thank you so much. On Samsung, you just tap the screen and slide the exposure wheel. Perfect. Thank you, Candace. Thanks for letting us know. So you just tap the screen and slide the exposure wheel for Android. I'll try to remember that too. Working on some learning content for beginners. I love that. That's awesome, Southern. Hopefully to put in a playlist soon. Girl, that's what I'm talking about. Heather says it's freezing here. 42 degrees. Yikes. My brain isn't braining. Hunter, I get it. My brain is normally not braining. My brain lives in its own fantasy world of I don't even understand it. All right, here is that. And then backs. And then sides. And then inside the shoe. And then in the inside here. Bing, bang, bong. So that back. And gotta lower the exposure. And done. Make sure I get in here on the size. Perfect. Bing bong. Love it. Next up, we've got another pair of Crocs. So these I got at the same exact garage sale. I got each of these, those black ones and these ones for $1. I think these are like a limited edition one. I feel like either I comped them at the yard sale and knew that, which I probably didn't. We probably comped them together on maybe one of our garage sale hauls. Needless to say, I got these for $1. Not bad skis. Not bad skis at all. All right, and there's that. Let's get these back. Make them look all handsome and great. 41 in Virginia. Nurse, that's too cold. How do you guys even handle it with it that cold? I don't even. My body's like, no, and absolutely no. My body is not interested in that whatsoever. All right, so just going around, getting all of our pictures here, looking like a champ. And then we're going to get inside here. And then we'll get back over there. Stay. Did I get it? I tried to get it before it fell. Yep, sure did. All right. And then back. This one's got a little bit of staining. I might be able to get that. I give myself, so tip newbies, or maybe even people that have been around for a while, maybe y'all need to hear this. We need to set ourselves time limits for how long we will agree to clean a specific place on a shoe or a jacket, or how long you'll scrub. I've got like a 30-second to a minute long timer in my head that I use, because unless I'm selling a pair of Nikes that are going to make me $100 or $200, I am not spending any more time than that on an item. Because if I do, then it's literally costing me money to do that. And we don't want to do that, right? 46, 47, 48, 49, about 50 seconds on that one. Perfect. That's what I like to see. And sometimes that just a couple extra little wipes can make a huge difference in the way something looks. These are obviously discolored. I mean, I'm not trying to say that these are brand new, because you know what, guys? Guess what we sell? Used shoes. We sell used shoes. I don't think anyone is expecting them to not have a little bit of discoloration on the bottom. If they are, they should probably buy them new. Okay, and then we need to get a picture up close of the size here, and bing bong, all done. Is that why you left Seattle? My son is there and it's starting to be cold now. Yeah, snap, that's one of the biggest reasons. Between the cost of living there, we wanted to buy a house. We were looking at these terrible, disgusting, horrible little 2-bedroom houses for like $650,000, which was insane. I'm like, I'm not paying that. That's crazy. So between that and the weather, because I want to always be garage sailing. I love garage sailing. You guys, it's my favorite way to source. I will take it over anything. And so for me, garage sailing in the Seattle area was from like May-ish, rained a lot, but May-ish to like the beginning of September, maybe. And I want to say more like June to September. So it's a very small window of time. Whereas down here, I'm still going to yard sales. So I'm like between the weather, my body hating the cold, and the price of living, we were able to buy a house here that was twice as big for half the price. So that was our biggest reason to come down here. 30 to 7 this morning in North Carolina. Ugh. 31 in Casper with an inch of snow. Cameo. Your outdoors does not look like the photo on your profile right now, huh? Because I can see green grass in the background. Now it'll be all white. 81 in Florida. Oh, there's another hurricane. You gotta be kidding me. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's expensive for sure. He's in the Magnolia area, which seems nice. Yeah, Magnolia is great. I love garage selling. Me too, Golden. Told him he needs to invest in a sun lamp. I had to take so much vitamin D when we lived there because you just don't get vitamin D there. I still love Bremerton. I know, Shay, I do too. And I really do love the people there and the friends. My best friend lives there. My best friend owns a house and multiple stores in Silverdale. So she ain't moving. She ain't going anywhere. And so I miss her like crazy. I mean, literally, I can't wait for her to come visit me again. I was born and raised in Port Townsend. Cameo, I grew up in Squim. That's so crazy. I lived in Port Townsend. That's actually where my son was born too. My son says the thrift stores are expensive versus in Texas. Fran, when I left the last time I had gone to Goodwill with my son, it was $14.99 for a pair of jeans. Kitty, but it is gorgeous. Did you say yard sales with your pirate accent? Yard sales. It's time to find some treasure. Heidi, that just cracked Justin up. He's like, oh my goodness. My wife. It's Talk Like a Pirate Day every day around here. All right, next thing we've got is a sweet little pair of Jordans. I picked these up for $5. I think I got these for $5. And these are a 2017. So they're old enough to be kind of cool, but they're not like vintage or even retro. Smells clean, looks clean, little scrubber thing. Oh, and this here too, you guys. I should have waited to do one of these and show you. So see how there isn't any lines on this white? Like they're called pressure lines. So on your tennis shoes, you get those little lines on your shoe. They're literally called pressure lines. And they come just from your foot being in there and creating pressure. And so they get these weird, creepy, little horrible looking lines. If you use a heat gun on them, it will take them out. So I use this one here. Let's see if it'll reach. Barely reaches here. It's called which one is this? This is the Wagner. Like I said, this is in this my Amazon store too. And you just turn it on and then you just take the shoe and just like lightly go over it quickly. You don't sit there for longer than a few seconds, and then give it about a minute and all those lines will disappear. And it'll make your tennis shoes when you're reselling them look way, way, way better. Now, you can accomplish this with a blow dryer. It's what I did in the beginning. It just takes a way longer time. And you got to sit there with the hot heat, for like 5 minutes or something. And I don't got time for that. So I got the heat gun. That was one of the most recent gadgets I got. And I kind of actually wish I would have got it before some other stuff, just because I can't believe how fast it is. So get rid of those little crease lines. Here's the thing though, you have to go fast with the heat gun. With the blow dryer, you can sit there a little bit longer, but with the heat gun, what I do is just kind of go over it a couple times. I sounded like a race car there. And getting rid of those lines is going to be a huge one. Then the other thing you want to do with your tennis shoes is make sure you're doing a factory tie. And we'll talk about that in a second here. Now, for those of you struggling with trying to get the shoe sizes inside, so before you tie the shoe and get all pictures, I do the inside pictures of my shoes first if I can't easily get to them. That way, I can get the inside pictures, then I can tie the shoes, and I don't have to untie the shoes to then take pictures of the inside. Does that make sense? Does that work only for the soles? Candace, I've only used it on that, but I don't see why it wouldn't work for other spots. I just would be really careful. Yeah, it removes all those wrinkles. What's in your coffee? I need it now. Monk fruit, almond milk with a little bit of coconut milk, and then Starbucks pumpkin spice, a little splash of that. And I've been up since 4:30 this morning. This is like my probably third cup of coffee. Lots of coffee in our house. Challenge accepted. Yeah, Candace, let me know how it works for anywhere else. I've never tried it anyplace else. I wonder if you can help with my crow's feet. Fran, I just spit a little bit. Fran, that was hilarious. Okay, all right, so tip. Put your settings on your camera to 0.5 so it pulls away. And then all you got to do is stick your phone in the shoe and then get a picture. And I'll show you how cool this is. So look at this. It'll immediately take an inside picture of that. You know how hard it is to get a good picture of the inside of a tennis shoe? It is difficult. So if you do, but the trick is you got to make sure that your setting is at 0.5 so that it pulls away, and then just get a picture on the inside. I mean, how cool is that? Mischievous Mal, I've had the green for a little bit. I'm trying to figure out what to do next. I haven't decided yet. Kitty's sister, welcome in. Amy's Lee, welcome in as well. Okay, let's see. Do we have anybody over on IG we need to pay attention to? No, not right this second. But if you're on IG, hi, nice to see you. Okay, all right. So let's get a picture now of our shoes. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a factory knot. Now, or a factory lace is what it's also called. So if you don't know how to do this, there is a ton of different YouTube videos on this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put one of my little shoe things in here. This is just going to stretch everything out and make it look really good and nice, like how it would look when it was actually on someone's foot. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to get this all tied up, all handsome-like for our little Jordans here. And then we're going to do our little factory knot here. All right. How many of y'all sell shoes? Who else sells shoes in here? Anybody else selling shoes? Am I the only person? I can't be the only person in here selling shoes. I snoozed on so many pairs for so long because I just didn't want to deal with the cleaning of them. And now realizing like how fast it is if you just have like an electric tool and use a washer machine. Because I was like hand toothbrush scrubbing stuff. And I'm like, this is not worth the money. So I passed on a lot of shoes at the beginning. All right, so we're going to do our factory knot here. And like I said, there's videos on how to do this. The reason you want to do this is because our brains naturally see this knot. Whether you realize it or not, your subconscious sees it. And it's used to seeing this on new pairs of shoes at the store. So if you do your knot like how they do it at the shoe store, your brain naturally will think that that's a newer pair of shoes, and you'll be more inclined to purchase them. Southern loves some good shoes. Hunter sells shoes and clothes. More clothes. Hunter, me too. I sell shoes and probably have 100 to list. Whoa, Golden. I got a couple boxes too. How much would you price the Jordans? I'm not sure, Kimmy. I have to comp them. If you're interested, feel free to shoot me a message. Or if you're just wondering, then I'm not sure yet. CW says sometimes. Etherio says some. Okay, yeah. So you guys do some shoes. I sell when I see exceptional pair, but I'm trying more. My washing machine broke. My life's on hold. Mischievous Mal. No, that's terrible. Haven't had much profit on them yet, says Etherio. Yeah, I mean, it's just a matter of finding the brands that sell. I sell a lot of shoes, but I think it's just finding those brands that sell, and finding some that aren't like overpriced too. I haven't started, but now I might. Yeah, Fran, I make a lot of money on shoes. I mean, I just sold those moon boots. Remember those pink moon boots? we listed. I just sold those for like 80 bucks this morning. So, I mean, shoes, you can make a lot of money pretty quickly. I have a lot of my shoe inventory in Hurricane Helene. Oh, you lost a lot of it? Hunter. Sad moment. I'm so sorry. Oh, that makes my heart hurt for you. God says I have over 100 pairs. Oh my gosh. Cat Q, Tina in Paris, Justin Colley, and in Murray. All right, let's get these up. So we're going to get our little shoe guy here. I don't know if it's called a shoe horn or what are these things called? When I first started reselling, I saw somebody was using these on their listing and I didn't know what it was. So I took a screenshot of the video that they were doing, and then I Google searched to find these and figure out what they were to purchase them, because I had no idea what they were called. I was like, what are those things? Like shoe stretchers? I was like, I don't know what those things are. All right, we're just getting all of our things all tightened up here. Wow, these are in really good condition too, actually. And the patent leather on these is still really, really nice, which is great. A lot of times on these Jordans, I'll have to refinish the patent leather, which is fine. I've done it, you know, tons of times before, so it's not a problem. Have I ever showed you guys what to use for patent leather repair? Have I ever showed you? I think I've showed you guys. I'm not sure. If you're interested, if you want me to show you what I'm using, let me know. If not, then no big deal. I don't want to bore you guys with something if you don't need the information. All right, and then we just want to make sure that they're kind of the same on both shoe. I know that's probably a little bit more like particular, but I want to make sure that I'm, you know, doing it the way that I know is going to get them sold. All right, perfect, perfect. Get those in the center. All right, and then we'll do our factory set. And this has just a couple little fuzz balls. Let's clip those fuzz balls off. Perfect. Make them look all handsome and perfect. All right, and then we're going to do our factory lace on those. And we will get them photographed. All right, let's see. Please show what you use. Okay, all right. Where is it? Here it is. Okay. Okay, so first of all, get yourself a paintbrush. Get one. It doesn't matter what brand, just make sure it's one where the bristles don't pull off. So don't get one from like the dollar store. Go to like Michael's or Hobby Lobby or something. Get one that's like actually like, you know, spend maybe like $4 or $5 on it. And because you just don't want one where the paintbrushes are going to come out, you want the bristles to stay. And then this is the stuff I use. This bottle is going to last you your entire life. It's the Angelus High Gloss Acrylic Finisher. If you go to the link Dinketer in the bio, go to the link tree. It's in the shoe. I have like a shoe, like you want to fix shoes or you want to sell shoes or something like that. It's in there. Then what you do, shake it up. And then when you go to apply this, and I don't have a shoe, but we're just going to pretend this is a shoe. So when you go to apply this, and what this will do is this will help get rid of the scuff marks on patent leather, where the patent leather looks like it's gone, where like, let's say that the shoe had lost its shine somewhere. This repairs this. People at garage sales and even at Goodwill will snooze on patent leather all the time because it looks busted, not realizing that you can fix this. So what you do, clean the shoe first. Now I use a patent leather cleaner because you need to use something that doesn't have any soap in it. If you use like soap cleaner, then the paint is going to have a hard time sticking to it. So this is the one I got. You can get whatever one you want. All of this is in the link tree, but you can get whatever one you want. Just make sure you're getting an actual patent leather cleaner because the other stuff has soap in it. Like, don't use the grandma sneaker cleaner and then try to do this because the soap, it'll keep the paint from penetrating and sticking. So clean it with a little patent leather cleaner. You can use paper towel, rag, doesn't matter. So clean it off first. Then what we're going to do is shake your bottle up and then take and dip your paintbrush in, but only do like the tiniest amount. You don't need to do much. Then what you're going to do is you're just going to brush that on really lightly. It may look a little purple and it may look like it's got some little bubbles. If it does, don't freak out. The bubbles will settle. Then what you're going to do is you're not going to mess with it. You're going to set it down and leave it for like an hour. Don't try to keep painting and painting and painting, or I screwed up the first couple times trying this, so let me save you guys. Once it's been an hour and that's going to be dry, then you're going to take your paintbrush, and in between doing this, you need to make sure you're covering this paintbrush so it doesn't get like rock hard. You're going to dip it in a little bit again, and you're going to take it and you're going to paint a little bit more on, and then you're going to leave it and you're going to let it dry. Usually for me, it takes about 3 coats, depending on how bad the patent leather is. Now, one of the things you want to do before you do this is if there's any like white streaks or white smudges, make sure you use your patent leather cleaner and get that off first. So let's just say that this had right here, let's say that there was a big scrape and it looked like not shiny. I would patent leather clean it, let that dry, get my bottle, shake it up, dip it in, and then I'm just going to real lightly go over it. You don't have to go over a huge space. Just kind of go over it and then just let it kind of feather out a little bit. If, like I said, but put it on thin, very thin. You're not trying to put it on super thick or you're going to have run lines. So very thin, leave it alone for an hour, come back, same thing, leave it alone for an hour. And then after your third one, see how it looks. I have a pair of shoes. I think the most coats I ever had to do was 5. And it was on a pair of Stephen J's, Nike Stephen J's, that I had accidentally used rubbing alcohol on and took the patent leather off. And so I had to redo them, and they look literally like brand new. I have sold so many patent leather shoes because I can get them looking really, really, really good again. And then let me just clean my paintbrush here because we do not want that sticking on there. All right. Any questions about that? I hope that helps. How clean inside of shoe that's used? Teresa, you're gonna have to re-ask that. I'm not sure what you mean on that. Sky, and thanks for the follow, you guys. I have some green beans that I need to restore. Dude, that sounds delicious, Opal. You're gonna make me hungry. Miss Charity taking us to art class too. Oh, that's so funny. That's funny. Thanks for the follow, Denise. What was the product again? Oh, it's this one right here. It's the Angelus High Gloss Acrylic Finisher. So go to the link or the bio. It'll take you over to the Smile Amazon store, and it's over there. I mean, I wish I could share this with you guys. There's enough in here for all of us for the rest of our lives. Thank you. I'll try saving my heels. Fran, it works on your own shoes too. Works on high heels, it literally works on everything. I found this out from a really, really, really old YouTube video from like 14 years ago or something. The bottle, it was the same brand. The bottle looks totally different. It was like one of those deep dive. I ruined those shoes. And so I was determined, because I spent like $10 on them at a garage sale. And I don't usually spend that much on a pair of used shoes I'm going to resell. So I was like, dude, I'm going to fix these things because I just was so irked that I had done that. So anyways, hopefully that'll help you. I don't own anything that's patent leather. I don't own anything that's patent leather of my own. I couldn't stand in a pair of high heels if you paid me. Literally. What is that? Man, there's always some sort of weird pop-up somethings. What? They want to know if I am in a national disaster. TikTok, I am not in a national disaster. Thank you so much for asking. What is happening these days? Who's running this TikTok? Okay, let's get our shoes photographed. All right, so hopefully that helps somebody out. It'll hopefully keep you from snoozing on the patent leather at garage sales, because you see it and it's like all ruined. The other thing is, usually if it's ruined, you can say to the person at the sale, like, hey, there's a bunch of scuff marks on these. What are you looking to get for these? Most of the time I'm getting these shoes for like $1 because they're like, oh yeah, they kind of like scratched up or they kind of scuffed up. I'm not going to tell them I'll fix them. I'm just like, okay, well, how much are you asking for them? And they're going to say usually a pretty inexpensive price. So, all right, let's get a picture of these puppies. All right, so let's take a look at we got to bring our exposure down a little bit. We're going to take a picture, and then we're going to see how these look. Oh, man, those look great. Look at that. See, that's why I like this patent leather cleaner. Look at how shiny those look now. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy, that's what I'm talking about. All right, now we're going to get a picture of sides. And then we're going to do backs. And then we're going to do sides. And then we're going to do fronts. Oh, you can do better than that, Charity. Come on, line up your shoes. Don't be lazy. Don't be a bum. All right, then we're going to do insides here. Got a little patent leather scuff there. Got a little scuff we need to get, folks. We got a scuff. There we go. Like I think it was my fingerprint. All right, get a picture of the insides here. And then we'll get a picture of the bottoms. And then I think that's probably it. I'll take a picture of the top from the insides, but there. Woo, that's a tight squeeze. Tight squeeze. And then inside. Oh, and these ones have something cool on the tongue too. It says 91, 92, 93, 94. Perfect. All right. When you are sourcing Nikes, that's because y'all said H in the chat. Yeah, I think that's true. Do you wash sneakers that are leather? No, I hand wash them. I use this. So I either use these are the two cleaners I use for leather. Wyman's, you guys can get this anywhere. I just get mine from the Smile Amazon store because quite often it's on sale there. So I use the Wyman's leather cleaner. And then if it's suede, I use the Just Suede. I love this one, by the way. This was one of those weird purchases. I was talking to Laura from Wild and Almost Free, and I was like, I need something to clean suede. And she's like, yeah, I don't know. She's like, I don't really have any suggestions on that. So I was like, well, I saw this online, and I'm going to try it out and tell you what I think. So I love it. Laura, if you happen to watch this, it works really, really, really well. And it lasts like a million years, as long as you don't dump a quarter of the bottle on the carpet like I did. When you sell a shoe, do you clean the insides when it's used? Yeah, so what I usually do is I just take a little bit of my grandma's sneaker cleaner. I spray it on a rag. I wipe the inside down. Oh my gosh, you guys, you're going to be like, this girl's got way too many gadgets. And then I vacuum it out. So this was one of my latest, gadget online things. Southern is laughing right now. I can already hear her. It's a little rechargeable vacuum. Because I had my big vacuum in here, but I got so tired because I am in a small room. I got so tired of dealing with this vacuum in here. So I got this. And you just go in and I just vacuum the inside. And then you just empty it. So that's what I do. That's the extent of inside cleaning. Oh, Lord, I type it. Do you not picture the size tag? Southern, that's the first thing I do. So before I tie them, I go in to the first, this is my first photo. So before I've even done this one here, this isn't my opening photo. This will go in my photos. I open up the shoe. I put my phone on 0.5 so it pulls away. I stick this inside and I take a picture of it. And then that way I don't have to like stretch the shoe to get to the size tag. Love the TJ Handy gadgets. Guys, I'm a gadgets girl. Like, do. If anybody knows what that is. Go, gadget, go. All right, next thing we've got is a pair of flip-flops. I know it's a weird time of year to sell these, but they were in the bucket. They're getting sold. And again, people use these too for vacation. So a lot of people go on vacation for Christmas or holidays, so they're going to go somewhere warm. So make sure in all of your listings right now, in your description for your keywords at the bottom, make sure you do like cruise, vacation, Christmas, tropical, because people are looking for these and they can't find them in the store right now, so they are forced to purchase them online. Yeah, you guys remember Gadget? Now, if you're thinking Pink Panther, no, you were thinking. Do you buy it now with offers or auctions? I don't ever do auctions. I am trying an auction right now because I've got that New Kids on the Block tour magazine from their 1990 Magic Summer Tour concert, and it's signed by Donnie Wahlberg, when he was still doing the Donnie Dub signature, which is like super hard to find, I guess. So it's got that. It's got his mom, who just recently passed away, her signature, and then it's got Jordan and Jonathan Knight's mom's signature, and then it also has Jordan, Jonathan, Donnie, somebody else's mom who has deceased as well. I can't remember his name. I'm literally forgetting it right now. Hi, love. I'm a reseller. Hi, Heavenly. I always look at like there's still places in the world that have warm weather. Exactly. If you live in the South, there's a good chance you're still wearing sandals in December. Shannon, literally wearing my Telex today. I live in these things. Like I'm down in Texas and it is warm today. Danny, thank you, Danny. So it's got Danny's mom's name signature in there, and she's also deceased. So no, it doesn't have Joey. He was the one I liked. People go on vacation also. Exactly. All right, so we're gonna get pictures of these, and I got these again. It's not all my little gadgets. What's cool about these? Laura at Wild and Almost Free turned me onto these. It's got a toe slit. Check this out. You know how flip-flops always look so absolutely terrible when you're getting photos of them? They always look so bad because they're like collapsed. Look at that. Boom. Tell me that doesn't look awesome. I resell on mercari and Posh. Well, welcome in. No eBay, Heavenly. Best tip for toe prints, or is it pass on selling? I don't sell anything with toe prints in it. I think I'm a little grossed out by it. I think, to be honest, a lot of people do. A lot of people sell Birks and stuff that have those in it. I don't know. There's something about it that just, I usually pass. I wish I had a bunch of those just to store shoes. I know, no doubt, right? No, I haven't tried eBay. How is it? Heavenly, eBay is wonderful. eBay is pays my mortgage. So Staring Rowan, hello. All right, let's get those in here and get that in here. And then we will get an action shot here on our little sandals. Let's see, we got a little discoloring there. We're going to give ourselves 30 seconds on this and go. 30 seconds to clean. Perfect. There's a little spot. Now, these have already been through the wash, and I've kind of just wiped everything down. But sometimes when you're cleaning, you just miss a little thing here or there. Okay, we got 14 seconds. Anything else? No, I think that looks pretty good. Get the Crocs logo real nice. Real nice, Clark. All right. Perfect. And time. All right. I set myself a timer because otherwise I will sit there and I will obsessively, compulsively try to clean it to the point of like literally taking my whole day. So if anyone else is like me and has to have things just so, like for instance, everything in my refrigerator has to be pointing out. All the labels have to be pointing out, like sleeping with the enemy situation. Like otherwise I get like anxious about my refrigerator. You guys are learning all sorts of new things, right? You're like, oh my gosh, this girl's neurotic. Oh, Southern, did you say something? Say it again and then pin it. The timer is such a good idea. I spent way too much time on things. I know, Ashley, I'm the same way. That's why I literally had to stop myself because it was becoming like an obsession. All right, here we go. Photo here, first photo. And then turning, turn to everything, turn. There is a season, turn. I think I can't tell if that's a mist discoloring or if that's just a discoloring. Okay, 9 seconds. 9 seconds. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Put it down. All right. I'm telling it. Oh, I didn't do the one spot I tried to do. That's funny. There we go. All right. I'm telling you, I literally do that every time I list anything. If I go to like lit roll, if I go to, depill a sweater, if I go to do anything, I 100% put myself on a timer because I can't, it'll go sour. It'll go sour. I know me well enough to know what will happen. So I have to do that in everything in my life and put myself on a timer or it'll get like an OCD thing. When I was a little kid, I had OCD so bad that I would count the number of like windshield wiper blades whenever we went somewhere. And so I'd be like 242, 243, 246. When we went over a bridge, I had to count 42 like thumps over the Hood Canal Bridge, or 64 if I counted the first like section. I'd have to count that. I mean, it was literally like the step on a crack, break your mom's back situation. It was such a reality to me that if I stepped over a crack with my left foot, I'd have to step over 2 to compensate with my right, but then I'd have to make it 1 up with the left, so everything was even. I couldn't do 1 left and 1 right because that was how you regularly walked. So if I stepped on it and then I had to go double, and then 1 back, like it was really bad. And then this is just for all my other people out there that have a spicy brain like me. The other thing was I got a cold one time. I was in like, I don't know, maybe like 6th grade or 5th grade, and I got a really bad bronchial cold. So when I had a cold, I would go, and my ears, I got an ear infection. And so then I'd go, and I try to pop my ear. Well, then it became like an OCD situation. So I started going, like this went on for like 4 months, like, and like it would be constant. And I'd be in class, like trying to contain the tick. And I would be like, and I'd be like looking around to see if anybody noticed. Eventually I was able to get rid of it. And this is a long time ago. Like now there's help for that stuff. But back then, nobody knew what to call it. Nobody knew what it was. Nobody knew any of these things. And so there wasn't a word for like any of it. And so nobody knew. My mom was just like, oh, you got to stop doing that. You know, she never put it together like, oh, this is an actual thing she probably needs help with. So anyways, so now in order to keep myself from doing that, I do timers. It's something that I learned how to do somehow in my brain. So now I do timers for everything. And it really does keep me from spiraling. So anyway, I don't even know why I went into that story, but there's sometimes something's on your heart and maybe there's just someone that needs to hear something or feel seen. So maybe that was you. I set a timer when I source. Sometimes I've spent hours. I do too. That's why I do the 3-minute turn and burn in a garage sale. So when I get out of the car, I usually look at the clock to see what time it is. Or I'll look at my phone, either way, to see how long I've been there, because so I can just like turn and burn. Now I don't have to do it as much because I've been to thousands of them. But in the beginning, I had to do the same thing for sure. What are you using to clean with? So this is just a little bit of 100% pure acetone. And then I just keep it in one of these little bottles like a nail tech does, so that I don't have to keep turning the bottle upside down. Same, I've spent way too much time at the thrift. Yeah, I had a grunting issue. My parents went nuts for about 6 months. Oh, Bush. I see you. Pomodoro technique. I don't know what that is, Tina. Is that the timer technique? Is that what it's called? Britt, what is good? Oh, did we get a picture of the size of this? I don't think we did. Let's get a picture of the size on that. Anyways, yeah, you know, sometimes something just gets on your heart and you just have to talk about it. So that was me today. So that's what that's called. The timer is called what is it called again? Pomodoro technique. That's so interesting. Yeah, that's just something that my brain realized if I did that, then I could make it through. So how I stopped the tick was I'd be in class or I'd be at home and I would count how long I could go without doing it. So I'd go, you know, and I'd do my thing and then I would start counting and I'd be like, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I count in my head until eventually it just got longer and longer and longer. And then it just went away. That's really interesting. Hey, Vicky, what do you do with all the photos on your phone? Do you save them or dump them? They're floating up in a cloud for $2.99 a month, and I have like 56,000 on my phone. That is not. I'm not going through and deleting stuff. It's just not going to happen. At some point, if it gets full or becomes a problem, I will. But I don't have time for that. I created an ADHD planner, and that is one of my techniques to stay focused on tasks. Tina, you and I are living the same life. That's fantastic. I love that. Yes, I'm a list person as well. Do you guys want to see something? I don't know why. I am in a sharing mode today for some reason. Sometimes, like I said, things get on your heart. So this is my daily list. Now, for a lot of people, this would probably feel exhausting and overwhelming, but this is how I do my schedule. So every day, I have every single thing I do on a calendar. I know this looks crazy, right? This is my whole day. So I'll be able to like go through and I delete them as I do it and it keeps me on task. Otherwise, if I don't do this and I don't live by like a digital calendar that I can kind of check off, I'll get to like 4 in the afternoon and realize I have done nothing. I've done one thing for 8 hours, but not something probably income generating or useful. I'll get on like a little project or a tangent, and I get hyper focused, and then time just goes away from me and I don't even realize what's happened. And then all of a sudden I feel panicked later in the day. So I started doing that on my Google Calendar and I get so much more done. So my daughter also, and I did it for her. Yeah, we need it. I think we need it. I love you, Art. Thanks for being here. Shauna Lynn, thank you. When is the best time to delete photo after you sell item? Fran, I'm not sure because I don't delete any of my photos. I'm not even kidding you guys. Do you want to know how many photos are on my camera right now? This is going to be disgusting. It's going to be something insane. 67,036. 67,036. So I'm obviously not deleting any photos. Okay. Next thing we've got here is another pair of Nikes. Got a little lint on there. Let's get the lint off. And these look pretty clean here. Couple little things. There we go. All right, these are great. I picked these up for, gosh, I think I spent like $4 on these or something. I don't even know what they comp for. If I see a pair of Nikes at a garage sale and you tell me you're going to give me them for $4, I just buy them. I'm not comping nothing because it's $4 and I know I'm going to make more than that on the Nikes. All right, I need to do my depilling. We're going to do 30-second depill, 30-second depilling. By the way, this is how you get rid of those little like things at the back of shoes. You know how you get those little fuzz balls there? You get your little depiller and it'll get rid of all of those little fuzzy balls. Make your shoe look way better. 7, 8, 9, 30. Okay. All right. Perfect. Looks great. All right. Let's get a picture of our size tag here. So this is a little pair of 2020s. Little Nike Air. Really good condition. These are like, it's incredible. It's incredible to me that, I don't know, maybe I'm just a penny pincher. I mean, I grew up, we didn't have no money. My mom made $5 an hour cleaning houses when I was little. And so we didn't have nothing. And we lived on, food stamp hamburger and government cheese. I only got like one new pair of shoes a year. And my mom would do this huge garage sale every summer that would basically be our entire front yard. We rented a house and the front yard was like an orchard. So it was about half acre. She would set up like 30 tables of stuff, 30 or 40 tables of stuff, or we would set up. To where I got the garage sale bug probably. And whatever we sold at that garage sale, she would take that money and that's what we would buy school clothes with. And then all year long, because she cleaned houses for a living, she would do a lot of apartment cleanouts and house cleanouts. So people leave a lot of stuff behind when they move. And so she would bring that stuff home. And then she also cleaned for 3 super wealthy families. And they had like millionaire situation. And so the wife would buy, oh man, if I had some of those clothes now, they'd be like such crazy vintage. I mean, the woman would have like, Burberry, and she'd have, Tommy, but like really nice back retro, like really nice. I can't even think of all the brands she had. So much great stuff. Anyways, she would just give it to my mom. And so my mom would usually, at the yard sale, we usually get like around $350. And so that would give us enough to get school clothes for me and my brother. And then also, she'd also stash a little bit away if I wanted to like do an art class, or my brother wanted to play a sport or something like that. She'd have money to buy like cleats or stuff like that. Anyways, so I grew up, not having a lot. And so when I go to these garage sales, and I mean, I'm thankful that people are like this because it's how I pay my bills. But when I go to garage sale and I see a pair of shoes or 4 pairs of Nikes, and they're all like brand new and like barely used. And then you look at the kid that's there, the teenager or the woman or whoever, and they've got like a brand new pair on their feet. That just tells you that they like to wear their shoes one time. Now, this is no shade. If that is you, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. It's just not the world I grew up in. So it's just so like confusing to my brain how someone will spend $180 $80 or $250 on a pair of shoes, wear them twice, and then put them out at a garage sale for $3 or $4. Like my mind can't wrap around that, I guess, but that's just me. I don't know. Oh, Southern, thank you. That makes me feel good. What size are those? These are a 8. These are a size 8. 7 UK, size 8. Let's see what else. Reagan, thank you for the follow. Chronic upgrading. I know. Good day, Suzerae. Happy to see you. Hi, Amanda. My daughter is a 7 and hates new shoes because she's used to thrifted ones. I love that. Yeah, that's hilarious. That's unavailable because I procrastinated on buying that. Oh my gosh. Is it? Oh, shoot. Well, hopefully it'll come back and things come and go. I always wanted to sell shoes, but never know what to look for. Howie. So I try to stick to what I know. Now, I use Google Lens for a lot of stuff. If it's a brand I don't really know, but I try to stick to like the basics. So Converse, Vans, Crocs, Nikes. I don't pick up Adidas. Don't pick up Adidas. You will not make money on it unless they're retro vintage Adidas. I pick up New Balance. Ariats are non-negotiable. Always pick them up. Justin boots, I always pick up. Docs, 100% of the time, always pick up. What else do I get? Bionics, Kurus, Hokas. Those are for people with plantar fasciitis or heel issues. Any sort of grunge looking boot or anything that looks aesthetically like it's from the 1990s, because that is so popular right now. Let's see, what are some of the other things? I usually pick up like Allbirds. I pick up Rothy's, only if I can find them for cheap, because they don't resell as well as they once did at one point. So those are just like a few things off the top of my head I can think of. It's just a matter of finding out what brands are the most popular and then just making yourself a list. And then when you go sourcing, having that. Yeah, Jewel, yes, it depends on the style. I agree for sure. Bionic have listed but haven't sold. So the Bionics, there's like 2 different tiers of Bionics. There's like the Bionics you can get at Wally World, and then there's like the Bionics they sell online through the store. The ones from Wally will still sell, but you have to, in your keywords down below, make sure you write heel spurs, arch support, and then also plantar fasciitis, because people that are wearing those are looking for those for sure. Yes, Birkenstocks, Corrals, Birkenstock tip. Solid footprint emblem, narrow fit, open foot emblem, standard fit. That is interesting. Okay, I did not know that, Southern. That's good. Corral boots. Yep. New Balances. Yeah, New Balances. I do well on those. I actually just sold a pair of New Balances this morning. Sometimes Grandpa New Balances are good, the hook and loop, but need to price comp. Yeah, I agree. Alicia, hello. Okay, yeah, thank you, Southern. I did not know that. I don't run into a lot of Birks, but I also am kind of weirded out by the toe. Oh, I missed the detailing on this one. I'm kind of weirded out by the toe prints on them. I know, does that sound weird? Like, it kind of freaks me out. I know they still sell like that. There's nothing wrong with it. A6, yes, Jewel, thank you. A6 sell really, really well for me. I can barely ever keep those. Oh, Keen, Keen. Keen sells well. I'm trying to look at what I got over there for shoes. And then, yeah, and like I said, anything that's like 90s style also sells really well. Patent leather sells great for me. Guys, I can't keep it in my store. Remove the toe prints with sandpaper. Southern, you're kidding. You can do that? Oh, that's cool. That's cool. What a great tip. Thank you. I've never heard of that. I use a suede eraser. I was working them, but I forgot to have to finish them and got a toe print. I didn't know about Ultra. I found a pair of hiking boots at Goodwill, picked them up for $6, sold them for $80. Ultra. I don't know that one either, Heather, but I'm going to keep it in mind now. You should look up CREP shoe eraser on the website. CREP shoe eraser. Okay, I got it on the list to look up. Yeah, that's a great tip. Eileen Fisher does sell well. Absolutely. Free People also sells well. CW the other day, and they look like new. God, it's amazing. When I'm buying used shoes for myself, I make sure to pull the bottom sole and flex bind. Yes, and if you guys can remove the sole easily, pop it up and vacuum under it, by the way, because there's some gross stuff in shoes. Purple eraser, $10, best one in town. I got one from T. Nothing compared to that. Purple eraser. Purple. I'm writing all these things down, guys. Purple eraser. I keep notes on everything you guys tell me, and then I look it up. Thorogood and Bluntstone. Those are good tips. House committee meeting live right now. They are admitting aliens. That's funny. Sweetbriar. Hey, Kaylee, how's it going? Crep purple eraser. Okay, CREP. Yep, perfect. That's funny. All right, we are going to get these. Let's get these listed. I am having a storytelling distractible morning this morning. Oh, I got to do the factory knot on these ones. Whew. I've been working hard, folks. I've been getting up earlier and earlier every day trying to tackle my list. And it's paying off, though. I feel like I'm going to bed feeling accomplished. It's allowing me to get 20 listings up a day, which is something that has been a personal goal of mine for I've been creeping up to 6 months of trying to get to it. So I feel like I'm finally reaching it, and it feels really good. I'm just definitely living on caffeine right now. But it's like, I know the more I do it, the faster I'll get. So the more time I'll have, if that makes any sense. All right, we're going to get a picture of our Nikes here. Oh, those look really great. Man, these are like, I'm telling you, these were probably worn like 3 times. Like, this is crazy. These are in such good condition. Oh, I remember what I wanted to tell you guys about these Nikes. I brought them over here to tell you guys something, and I forgot. When you're out sourcing for Nikes, and if they're an older pair, so if they're from like 2012 and earlier, they tend to get a form of a dry rot in the back. Hey, Shelly. Let's see, this is my, well, I guess you're not a mother-in-law. This is my husband, so Justin's dad's girlfriend, but she's so much more than a girlfriend. What do I call you? My Shelly? She's my Shelly. Probably the nicest person I've ever met. I'm not even kidding. Like, she makes like Snow White and like everything that's like good and nice and sweet in the world not look sweet because she's so sweet. But she's also got some fire, and I love that. So thank you for the compliment. So when you're out and about, one thing you can do to check for dry rot is just pull on this tab. So if you're out garage sailing or you're at a thrift store, stick your finger here and pull. This is one of the very first places that Nike will get. It's a form of dry rot. It's not actually exactly dry rot, but it's a form of it. And if you pull and you can see any cracks at all, then the exact same thing is happening internally in the heel. What's going to happen is your buyer's going to buy them. They're going to wear them for about 4 hours. Their foot is going to heat it up, and it's going to separate the heel away from the shoe, and it'll crumble, and you're going to have to refund them. So just take this. If you're at a sale, grab the shoe and just give it a little tug. The other thing I do with Nikes when I'm out, now if they're brand new like this, I'm not as worried about it, but I still check. So I'm going to give it a pull. Then we're going to do the twist method. So you're going to go twist, twist, squeeze. And if you can see any cracks here at all, when you do that, the shoes got dry rot. Don't buy them. You will waste your money. I have thrown out a few pairs of Nikes before I knew how to test them. I got to post a Sketcher Shape video for my story. Oh my gosh, yes you do, Southern. I forgot about that too. I forgot. Always learning, always stretching, always growing, man. Absolutely. Marie, what is good? Crazy because some people will still buy things with dry rot. Don't get it. Yeah, I don't get that either. I have heard of shoe collectors purchasing certain pairs of shoes with dry rot because they can't find them in the size that they want that aren't in that condition, and because all they're using it for is as a display model. They're not using it for any other reason. For me though, I mean, it'd have to be a pretty special pair, and I'd have to get them for pretty cheap, and then I would put up a major disclosure like these shoes are only for visual purposes. They cannot be worn. Purses, yes, Nikki. Purses, same thing. Yep. Betsy Johnson purses, man, those are famous for it. that like fake patent leather, or not patent leather, the faux leather peels off those. Man, I have wasted so much time trying to buy Betsy Johnson's used. I just won't buy them anymore because they always peel. And juicy bags. Yep, Candace, exactly. And juicy bags. Yep, 100%. I have also wasted money on those. So if you're at a sale, guys, and it seems too good to be true, and you're starting to see little flaws, and you're like, just if your gut says the thing's gonna fall apart, it's not worth getting. Because what's gonna happen is you're gonna bring it home, you're gonna list it, you're gonna sweat the entire time worrying about it, and then you're gonna sell it, and then you're gonna sweat that the person's gonna give you a negative review or want to return it. In my eyes, that's like a rocking chair. It'll give you something to do, but it's not going to get you anywhere. So don't do that. It's not worth it. I know we all get excited sometimes, and I definitely have been guilty of purchasing things that I had no business getting just because I was so stinking excited about it. It happens. So if you've done it, don't kick yourself. You know, we learn from our mistakes, but I would definitely advise not doing it again. So that's why I've stopped buying the Betsy Johnsons. And then juicy ones, I'll only get them if they're like crisp new. Saw a video of a girl wearing a shoe her aunt bought her for work. 30 minutes, bottom fell off. Yeah, that's what that is. Well, I did not know that. Learning something new. Awesome, Nikki. That's fantastic. Asic Onitsuka sell in almost any condition. Very collectible shoe. I have never heard of that. Is that a bolo? That is a wild name I'll never forget. Brenda, what's good? All right. We're going to get a picture of the insides of these and then moving right along to the same old song. All right. Perfect. Okay. Let's see. What do we got next? Next pair here is another pair of Nikes. I got these. They were so gross. They were so dirty and so disgusting. I got them for like, dude, I think I spent $1 or $2 on these. These are Vapor Max Pluses. And you can usually tell because it'll have the VM in the back. These are really nice. They've got that nice suede on the outside here. And none of it's peeling, which is pretty great because that does not happen. Okay, so we're going to get the inside size in these puppies here. So yeah, these were so gross and they shined up pretty good. I mean, they still have a little bit of discoloration here or there, but I haven't seen another pair of these in this kind of, this good condition in this size. So of course I say that, and then what's going to happen is I'm going to go online. There's going to be like, 50 of them for sale. Because this is a newer shoe. I think this is like a 2022. Yep. So can't snooze at $2 on a pair of shoes. All I did was toss them in the wash with a little bit of OxyClean, little bit of Arm & Hammer, fragrance free, and a little bit of Clorox Color Safe bleach. That's my magic for these. Some people use baking soda. I don't, because I was finding that it was leaving a film on the shoes. So I stopped using it and started using the OxyClean, and I'm much happier with it. Southern says, I found three pairs this year. One sold for $120 and 2 for $40-ish. Dang. Onitsuka is my favorite. Why have I not heard of this shoe? Onitsuka. Onitsuka. Am I even saying that right? They sell very quickly. The VMs are unfortunately highly found a pair in bulk buy. Oh, that's interesting. How do you dry them? Oh, I just leave them out to dry. I just have a fan and I just leave them out to dry. Similar to Sambas. Oh, okay. Interesting. I will have to keep my eye out. Oh, I also wanted to put a caveat on the Adidas. So Adidas, I don't buy at all unless they are the Adidas Sambas. Then you can buy them and then they will sell. But otherwise, don't waste your money on Adidas. They just don't have a very high resale value, unfortunately. All right, so we're gonna do our factory knot here on both of these. Make them look spiffy and amazing. And then we will move to photos. Moving to the photos. What else are you guys up to today? What are the plans? What's on your to-dos? Let's see, what is today? Wednesday? Midweek. So I know you're not going to garage sales. Is anybody going sourcing today? Anybody headed out to source, or is anybody working on their money pile today, aka death pile? That's what I'm working on. I'm telling you guys, oh my gosh, I got all those t-shirts out of the garage, laying in my living room to sort for our Jamble show that's coming up. There's like 250 t-shirts. It's insane. I have so many music t-shirts. I can't even believe I have that many. But I took 2 huge boxes out of the garage. Plus we did all those clothes yesterday, and then all these shoes, and it still doesn't look like I've even dented my garage. Like it is, I don't even know where the boxes came from. It still looks just as full. I'm like, good gravy. Unpopular opinion, but I like Adidas better than Nike. I feel their products last longer. And Heather, I don't disagree with that. I just know that the resale value is like that. Going to ship now, then going sourcing. Nurse, where are you going sourcing today? You doing Goodwill, thrift store? I call it a money pile now too. Golden, I think Golden Girl is the one that turned me on to calling it that. Snap Dabble's doing some pictures. Oh, in a concert tonight. Snap, what are you going to see? Bins in San Antonio, 50 day. Wow. Fran, how are the bins in San Antonio? What do you think? I'm working on the clothes pile and moving on to coats. How do I ship a coat? Well, Coley, if it sells on Poshmark, you can just put it in a priority mailbox. If it doesn't sell on Poshmark and you're doing Ground Advantage, get yourself some saran wrap. Either if you've got one of these big rolls, if you don't, just saran wrap from your kitchen. Put the coat against your body and just wrap it and get it, and then turn your saran wrap and then go this way with it. And then squeeze it all together, get the air out, and then put it in a poly mailer. That's what I do with my coats. I put all my purses in a mountain. Terrible. Ooh, yeah, I got a mountain of purses too. Trying to make dents in my garage, says Shorty's Inc. I'm with you. I'm supporting you. We're doing it together. I'm working on a clothes pile, moving on to coats. Got that. I'm at the boyfriend's job. He's giving an oil change, then hitting a thrift store down the street. Jennifer, good luck there. Band is called Resell. Ooh, snap. What kind of music is that? I'm not familiar with that. We only have a Goodwill here, but there are 11 in a 10 square mile radius. Holy smokes. That's wild. Where are you, nurse? There's that many Goodwills. Oh my gosh. Southern. Oh yes, thank you. Yeezys for sure. Yeezys can be faked though. So I learned all about them authenticating those ones I had. Ultra Boost, Sambas, and NMDs are the 4 best Adidas styles, in my opinion. I love that. Oh yeah, and that is true. Yeezys are Adidas. I always forget that. But yeah, I always never think of a Yeezy as an Adidas. I always think of it as just a Yeezy. Money Mountain. Yes, it's rock. All right. I like it. All right. I forgot about the plastic wrap trip. Just mocked up the action figure. Could have wrapped him too. Love the saran wrap. Scraps and look for items to repair around the house on Friday. It's a Madhouse $8 day. Woo! Holy smokes. I'm in Fredericksburg, Virginia, 60 miles north of Virginia. I can't believe there's not many Goodwills there. That's wild. Bluesy Chill Rock. That sounds fun. Gotta head to town. All the best always to you and your entire chat. Southern, you too. Raging Loons. I'm considering going to the bins in Santa Rosa, California. Anyone been? I have not been to any bin yet. I have only done garage sales. So I have no opinion on that, but let us know what you think. We have 4 or 5 Goodwills in like an 8 mile radius here. Jennifer, I have one Goodwill here and it's literally like so overpriced. We have 4 or 5 Goodwills been to the bins. It's AM. Guys, I haven't been to the bins yet. I know, that's so weird. I just haven't had to. It's not that I don't want to. I'm interested. I have a cart. I have Bluetooth earbuds because I get like social anxiety around large groups of people, like seriously badly. And I've got like the gloves, I got the roll cart, I got the earbuds, I got everything for it because I figured when I got down here that I was going to have to do bins, but I've just had so much stuff at garage sales I haven't had to so far. But I'm going to go. I'm looking forward to the adventure. I just haven't had to do it yet. So I'll get a picture of all of these here. And then we're going to get insides. And then we will get our bottoms. And then we'll move along. Oh, what is that there? Oh, it's a little piece of paper towel. Paper towel, what are you doing on there? You sneaking in. You sneaking in. Where's my Jack Jack? Where's that boy? I haven't seen him. Oh, he must be in the office of Daddy. Justin's working. Run into Flip the Word, Texas. Oh my goodness. Bins are insane. It can be overwhelming. Flip the World, Texas. Interesting. Is that a person? What is that? I don't know what that is. Yeah, I'm worried about people. I'll just be steamrolling because I'm not going to fight people. Yeah, Raging Loons, I get it. I know, Jennifer. I don't know where Jack Jack is. I don't know where he is. We'll have to bring him in at the end. Hi, Tina. Thanks for the follow. Olive, what's good? I know. I don't know. He's got to be in working with Justin. So today was $2 days at the bins. Tomorrow is $1. So how does it work at your guys' bins? So the closest bins to me, I guess, would probably be, because I'm like in between Austin and San Marcos. So I think there's a bin in San Marcos. I know there's one in North Austin because Laura goes to that one all the time. So those are probably the two closest to me, I would think. I mean, it's still a drive either way because I'm kind of in this weird little in-between town. So, how does it work for you guys as for pricing? I know I've heard people that say they do it, they charge by the bag. I've heard by the pound. I've heard an initial pound is a certain price, but then up to, you have to spend, or you have to weigh a certain amount, and then after you get to a certain point, then it's only $1 more a pound or something. I'm curious. So when you say $2 a day at the bins, does that mean like $2 a pound, Jennifer? Oh, he sells from the bins in Texas. Oh my gosh, I know exactly what you're talking about. Okay, I do know who you're talking about. Okay, yeah. Did you run into him? That's cool. Do you have to throw elbows at the bins? I mean, you may have to. My bins is $2.79 a pound, under 25. $1.59 a pound, 25 pounds or more. Okay, and that's what I've heard the most common is like up to a certain weight. Friday and Saturday is $6 only day restock, then goes down to $1 a day. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, that's interesting. I've never gone, says Coley. I'm within an hour of 4 different bins. Whoa, Coley, you're gonna have to plan a trip. Jennifer says each item at this one. Oh, so it's like per item. Okay, got it. Amazon bin has set price day. Goodwill bins are $69. Oh, you guys do an Amazon bin day? That's interesting. I've never been to one of those either. Greensboro, North Carolina is by the pound, and it's not people shopping, but can be lots of people. My bins here are 2 today, Target, Amazon, etc. returns. Oh, is it like all together? What? Really? Is that a thing? Are you sure that's not like a reseller bin, like Amazon products? I do. I have to get through my crazy about winter items. Coley, me and you both. Yeah, right now, I have no business going to any bins. I have so much stuff right now that I don't need to be going nowhere. I got 40 boxes of stuff to get through. All right, next thing we've got here is a pair of Vans. This is so weird. So I was watching a live thrifting video, and I don't remember what reseller this was, but I was watching a live thrifting video, and they were going through the store, and they passed on these, and I was like, I typed in like, no, wait, go back, grab those Vans. They're in the back with the, with the paint look. And then I didn't realize that it wasn't actually live. It was like their live thrift, but then they had put it back up because they weren't answering me. And then they just kept going on about their business. And then after it was over, I realized like, oh, that wasn't actually live because they snoozed on these. And these are a pretty stinking cool pair of Vans. I wonder what these comp for. But it was weird because I saw them in the live, and then that was probably maybe 3 weeks ago. And then when I was at a garage sale a couple weekends ago, I saw these, and I was like, those are awesome. I was like, well, I wish those were my size. So it looks like $40. So they're, going to be about $40. Love it. Love that, man. I think I paid $2 for these. So can't snooze on that. Let's see. So sometimes on these shoes, these will be too big. So I use these my little see-through ones on this, and it just helps to kind of stretch the van out so that it doesn't look so like, see how much better that looks? So it doesn't look so like crumpled. When I see pictures like this, when people are trying to sell them like this, I'm like, that doesn't look very good. It's like, it would be like having your food come, you're at a restaurant, your food comes and it's like smeared and falling off the plate or something. It's like, yeah, that's just not appetizing, you know, especially like you're competing with other resellers. Like I always think of this. Somewhere, someone is taking better pictures than me, and when a buyer meets them, they will win. And I put that in my head. So whenever I feel like I'm getting a little like lazy with pictures, or I'm like getting a little lazy, I'm like, somewhere, someone is taking better pictures than me. And when the buyer meets them, they will win. I do that with my descriptions too. If I feel like I'm tired, I don't want to put a bunch of keywords in, I'm like, somewhere, someone is putting in better keywords than me. And when the buyer meets them, they will win. So like I put that in my head, and like because of that, I don't know, it just keeps me from being like, all right, Charity, just do it. Buckle down, get with it. Don't be so lackadaisy. I don't know if that's a word, but I like it. Okay, picture these here. And then we'll do sides. And then we'll do back. And then we'll do sides. And then we'll do fronts. And then we will do insides. And then we will do backs. Come on. Focus. I said focus. I said come on. I said come on. I said come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. All right, all right. Oh, one more time, one more time. All right, there's that. And then let's get inside here. Ugh. Get any little gooberies. What is that? Is that more paper towel? I don't know. Must have been cleaning with paper towels. All right, so there's that. Original stickers still in there, so that's good. Oh, and then we've got a couple little, we need to get our little D-pillar here. Vans get that little, like, they get those little, like, weird ball up looks right there, and I like to always get those with my D-pillar. Ten seconds. 10 seconds. It's going to start saying my time out loud, and a new person joining is going to be like, why does she keep saying times with everything? All right, perfect. Get a picture of these insides, and then we'll moving right along, singing that same old song. All right, there's the Vans. All right, what we got next? We got 4 more pairs. All right, next is Air Maxes. Little basic pair of Air Maxes. Nothing fancy, nothing crazy. Just a real simple little pair in great condition too. A little bit of discoloring here or there, but you know what? They're used shoes. So this is another example of like how to get a size tag in a Nike, and I'll show you guys in case you didn't see the first time. So a lot of these tags they fold down. So I usually just put a little piece of tape behind them. And then once again, we're going to take our phone. We're going to go to our phone settings. We're going to go to 0.5 just to bring it away. Then I'm going to tip this inside. And then I'm going to take a picture. And I'll show you. Look at how good that works. Look at how good that works. Just putting that inside the shoe. Amazing. Amazing. All right. Perfect. Okay. Good, good, good. All right, let's get our shoe horns in here. All right, what I missed, guys? Anything? Coley says, I have a question. If I get multiple offers for the same amount on Depop, do I accept all? Yeah, accept them all, Coley. Like, if you get offers on something and it's $2 more and then it's $1 less, until the person actually purchases it, you can have as many accepted offers on an item as you want. Because it'll just once the item is sold, it'll say in Depop, I think it says offer is no longer available on this item or something. That's what it'll say for everyone. I just secured 6 pairs of Carhartt pants, double knees, Is $20 each too much buy cost? Thrifty, $20 could be. What year are they? Are we talking like vintage Carhartts? Are we talking like newer Carhartts? What is the, oh, there he is. There he is, Mama. Everybody wanted to see Jack, honey. Yeah, let me know what, I would need so much more information on that. Here's the thing I will say, Carhartt double knees sell fast. So even if you're getting $65 a pair, depending on the year, depending on the condition, depending on the color, depending on the size, all of these dependings. I mean, heck, even if you got $50 on them, you're still going to turn them over so stinking fast. Hopefully you're going to say they're like a 34, 36. If you say that, then I'm going to say, yes, get them. Yeah, moving right along. Yeah, those are really cool vans. I think they will sell fast. I don't know yet. I haven't seen the tags yet. Yeah, so thrifty, I would, first of all, I would look at the tags, cross-reference that tag with on Google image so that you can get kind of a metric what other people are selling that particular tagged brands for. Carhartt's funny. Carhartt older, fire, banger, sells, 100% sell-through rate. Carhartt newer, yeah, you're still going to sell it, but it's going to take a minute. Double knee though, double knee pretty much always sells. I don't think I've ever had a double knee in my store longer than like a week. Caveat though, $20. I mean, optimally, it's more than I'd like to spend. Your ROI on that isn't going to be crazed banger, but they will sell. Do look for stains on those double knees though, because a lot of people that are buying the double knees aren't buying them just as workwear. They're buying it as a streetwear aesthetic, as like a hip hop aesthetic, and that hip hop aesthetic does not like any of that grunge. Size is good, 36, 32, not bad. Black, tan, and green. So yeah, so each of those are good. The black, make sure it's not super faded out. Make sure, because the double knees fade really bad on those Carhartts in the front, especially if anyone's done any work in them at all. You'll have like these white, almost gray circles in the front of the double knees, and that kind of kills it. Tan's fine. Look for rust spots on those if they're older, because the double knees, if they have the rivets, they can get the rust spots if people fold them. And then the green ones are just the green ones. They usually don't have anything weird to them. I find that people don't always pay on Depop after the offer is accepted. Yeah, Robin, if you scroll down, when you get off of here, go through my videos. There's a video a few scrolls down called Depop, Frustrated with Depop, ? Watch it. You'll get a little bit of a better idea why Depop does that. Yeah, and 36, 32 isn't bad, thrifty. The only thing I would also check is on those Carhartt, especially in the double knees, because you got double warp and double weft on that, they shrink. So a lot of times those Carhartts, the 36, 32, will turn into like 35, 30s. Then you start getting in a weird size. You start getting in that 30 size, it can get a little scritchly for reselling. That's why I prefer, like, for me, the ideal is like, I mean, 36, 36 are probably the ideal, but 34, 36 is usually not bad because it usually will stay about a 34. The 36 will shrink to 34 and it'll stay like a 34, 34. You're welcome, Robin. So yeah, I think thrifty on that one is just, there's a whole lot of asterisks and caveats on that. Tara, what is good? All right, let's get these up and get these photographed. Husband, I'm getting hungry. What are we having for lunch?
Profits.
Oh, profits? Those are my favorite things to eat. Nom, 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 nom. Everybody wants to see Jack. Where's that boy? Where'd he be? Where'd that boy be? Oh, maybe he might be outside now. We hear him? Oh, I bet he's eating lunch. Oh, I hear him. Baby's he. Come on, come get mama. There he is. There he is. Oh, you got a burp in there? Thank you. Thank you. He just burped for everybody. Honey, he just burped for everybody. What a good boy. He's a good boy that burps on command. What a good boy. Oh my goodness. Good boy. Hey, honey, in the laundry room up on the little ledge, there's some inserts that look like they go in these shoes. It says Allbirds on them. Can you grab them for me? Oh my gosh, you guys. He actually literally just burped on camera. That's so funny. Oh my goodness. I can't believe that just happened. I told y'all he burps after he eats and then always comes to like tell me, but I didn't think I'd ever get it on actual camera. That is hilarious. Oh my goodness. All right, let's get a picture of these here. And sides. And back. Thanks, honey. And sides. I wish we had more of that pizza. I wish I hadn't been such a pig last night and eat all of it. Because now I would be so delicious. It would be so tasty. But we ate it all. Justin made this bomb pizza last night. Hey, have you guys ever gotten the pizza from Costco? Like the deli actual pizza there? So he gets it, and then we cook up like a little ground turkey, and we put seasoning in it. And then we take a little pineapple. I know, controversial. We put a little pineapple in a pan. He gets rid of like the moisture. And then it's got like fresh tomatoes on it, like fresh like like fire roasted tomatoes. And then he puts like fresh mozzarella slices on there and baked it up. It was like, oh, and then after we're all done, a little bit of fresh basil on the top of it. It was so good. Like I wanted to save 2 of my slices for lunch today, but I ate them. I couldn't resist. It was so good. Shane, you do it too? It's weird because like where I used to live, they didn't have the fresh pizzas at Costco. They didn't have that. And here they do. So it's like, oh my gosh, I could eat one of those things almost every single day. They are so good. So good. All right, I can get mids here. And, oh, is that a little discoloring or is that, yeah, that's just a little discoloring. Because we're not calling it stains, right, guys? What are we calling them? Discolorings. They are not stains. Don't say the word stain on your listings. I know, it's controversial, but saying the word stain is just going to leave the person with this like, I don't know if I want to get it. So we say spots, smudges, or discoloring. Spots, smudges, or discoloring is what we say. Not stains. Oh, you got to remember to take the tape off of the tag, the Nike tag here. They're gonna be like, why did my shoe come with a taped tag? All right, there's that. Perfect. All right, next we've got a little pair of Allbirds. Now, Allbirds is one of those shoes that like I will only pick them up if I'm gonna get them for pretty inexpensive price. I feel like they still sell okay. I feel like they sold better like earlier this year. These Allbirds and the Rothy's both, I think, sold a little bit better before. I'm not saying don't pick them up because I still think you're going to sell them as long as you can get them for cheap. I mean, I got these for like $1.50, so totally worth it. But I just wouldn't be spending like probably. I think thrift stores have kind of gotten turned on by like pulled. What do I want to call it? Like I guess pulled in is the right word. They've gotten pulled in by certain brands, and places like Goodwill or St. Vinny's or other little places just go based upon like the brand. It doesn't matter what condition it's in, they'll mark it up. And I feel like some of the places, or at least what I've heard from other resellers, is that a lot of these thrift stores know about Allbirds now and Rothy's. And so at the beginning they didn't. And I know a lot of people that made a lot of money off of it, but it's kind of one of those brands. When we introduce new hires and newsletter, we ask the question, pineapple on pizza, LOL. Tammy, I'm a pineapple on pizza girl all day, baby. I love it. I'm also just a sucker for pineapple, though. And then my other favorite is like a sausage with green peppers with like put a little basil or something on there. That sounds good. I'm going to try and get him down a bit for all of them, but it will depend on the condition. Yeah, Thrifty, I would go. I mean, you'll know. Go with that gut. Go with that gut feeling. But that is a trick, is get a picture of that Carhartt tag. it'll pull up in Google Images and it'll say like, you know, Carhartt. You'll see a whole bunch of different versions of it. Do you guys know about clicking over to products? Ooh, I don't know if you guys know about this. I'm going to show you this. Okay. So when you take a picture of something on Google Images, let me show you something. So we're going to look up these shoes, right? So we're going to go here. Now I can just look here at everything, or you can click over to the next category. See how it always pulls up all? You can click over to the next category where it says products. Click on that and you'll actually get all of these with actual prices on them. So when you look at the first screen, it's just going to show you everything, but it's also going to show you like articles people have written, and normally has like, you know, some of these stock photos and stuff that isn't going to really tell you what things are selling for. But if you click over to products, which is just one over, you'll get most of these are going to have prices attached to them. You're also going to pull things from Depop here. You're going to pull stuff from Poshmark here. You're going to pull a lot more things because this is the search engine believes that you're looking for these to actually purchase them, not to get information about them. So that's how I do my comps. I don't know if I've ever showed anybody that, but it works really, really good. Shane, thanks. I appreciate that. You have a great day too. Shorty. Shorty. That was my heart dog. That was my boy. I had him for almost 17 years. Shorty Tween. Love that guy. All right. Miss him every day. Okay, so we're going to get our Allbirds up here. And these are in pretty good condition. Little discoloring here and there, but not bad for used shoes. Not bad. Okay, yeah, if I had had these more like March of this year, I think I probably could have easily cleared like $65 on these. But with this, probably not quite as much now. Okay, there's that. There's that. And then let's get the insides of these. I tell you what, these are great shoes to resell though, because they're so easy. You literally pull out, and you do need to take these out before you put them in the washing machine. So pull out the inserts and then you just throw these in. If you leave the inserts in, what'll happen is this foam down here will peel. You can go like this and it'll actually start peeling off. So make sure you're popping the inserts out on any of these kind of wash and wear shoes. All right, let's get a picture of the bottoms and sides. Wing and cling. Perfect. And then usually the tags for these are on the inserts. That's the other reason you don't want to wash these, because you will take off the ink. So just we want to save you guys from all of the things that can happen, all the little bad things that can happen. Where are my tweezers? All right. Also, a little pair of tweezers. Get yourself a pair of 99-cent tweezers so that you don't have to put your big meaty fingers in your photos. It looks so much better when you have tweezers in than your fingers. See how much nicer that looks when a pair of tweezers holds something than your big old giant fingers that are probably not well manicured. I mean, mine are not. Maybe yours are. You guys probably have like fancy lady nails. I don't have fancy lady nails. I have like the nails of a nervous 14-year-old boy. And I dress like one. So that's perfect. Okay, moving along. Next pair, you got two more pairs here, guys. And then I'm going to wrangle myself up some lunch. All right, so we got a little pair of limited edition Vans. So let's get a picture of the size tag on these. These are a men's 10. I think these are going to sell pretty fast. So this is a really super hard to find Vans print. It's almost impossible to find these. I saw these at a sale and I was like, no, I saw these. These were at that thrift store, my local thrift store. My local thrift store is absolutely insanely priced, like way overpriced, but they don't know how to price shoes. So they just basically put $5 on all shoes. And so I go there and I'll usually get like, if there's some really nice like men's floor shines, or I usually get Vans there. I've gotten like military boots there a couple times. So it's always good. I usually, it's funny because now when I go to a thrift store, which I mean, this is really the only one I go to, but every time I've gone over the last like few years, I used to go and do like all of the like housewares because I sold a lot of home goods, and then I would do men's t-shirts. Now I find myself going to shoes, and then I go over to suits. Thank you, surf. And then I go into, jeans and pants. And then I'll just kind of peruse the women's section, see if anything really stands out to me. But man, I need to like take Spencer or somebody with me, because I just don't get women's clothes. I don't know. Maybe it's because I've never really worn a lot of girls' clothes or something, but I just don't have I don't have an eye for it like I do for men's clothing, Y2K, vintage, skater, grunge, punk, hip hop, metal. Like I just have more of an eye for that stuff. So we sell what we know, right, kids? We sell what we know. And 1, 2, 3, perfect. And bottom. Hey, honey. Manamana. 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 Manana. Nanana. Nanana. Manamana. What's it like at our house? This is what it's like at our house all the time. It's chaos down here, Bob. All right, and then last pair we've got a pair of Chucks, little high top Converse. So these are great too. You can just take these, throw them in the washer machine, and wash them. And then you get out, you take a little bit of acetone, clean up the edges. I can't. Oh my God, you just broke me. Oh my God, I'm actually crying. Okay, so that just happened. I love you so much, Justin. Okay. All right. Well, chat's gone nuts. Chat's gone nuts, honey. Oh my gosh. Woo, Cake has an awesome version. Are you serious? That's amazing. I just gagged on my coffee. Thanks, Justin. I need a warning, says Tina. That was like one of those videos you're watching, and it's like everything is like squirrels and kids are playing outside, and then it's like the like scary ring ladies, like, like that's what it was like. Oh my God. That literally broke me. Woo! Alrighty then. Holy actual smokes, that was one of the funniest things that's ever happened to me in my entire life. Hey, Foxy, thanks for the like. Thanks for the hearts too, you guys. I appreciate it. I appreciate you, each and every one of you. Oh, who was it? We got a new subscriber, and now I can't remember who it was, but if you're a new subscriber, I just went in and put I like to put little cute tags for your names for you subscribers. Like that way when you pop up, it like has a little like, little something neat about you I've noticed. And so I just, whoever that was that subscribed last night, I went in and put a little something. So in case you hadn't noticed and you're on, that is what I did. I did that for you because I like to do things like that because I think it's nice. And we like doing things nice because people don't do nice things for each other very much anymore. Why? I don't know, but they don't. All right. So other great thing about the those clear inserts for the shoe is, how it's like almost impossible to get a nice picture of like a high top because they're always crumpled down. I just put my little, where's the other one? Did I leave it in one of the shoes? Where's it? Where did I do with it? Did it fall? Did it fall and I didn't notice? Where is it? Where is she? Where's the other one? going anywhere. I'm in a 2-second radius. I need a lanyard. I need a lanyard for things, honey. Honey, I need a lanyard for everything in my life. What did I do with it?
Oh.
Where did it go? Oh, Shelly.
When your screen goes out, it stops the stream too.
Oh, we got to change that. Honey, wait. I need your assistance for a second. Okay. If you were me, never mind. I see it. Thank you for helping solve my problem.
You're welcome.
It's right here. Thanks, sir. Nice to meet you. It was a great job. You did it. Wait, honey, we got to do our thing. Ready?
I can't do the thing.
Oh, that's right. We have a little secret handshake. Unfortunately, Justin grated off the top of his knuckle yesterday. Sorry, I grabbed your hand really hard. That was my love for you. You might have already said it, but do you take the insoles out when putting in the washer? Groovy, it depends on the shoe. So like for those Allbirds, absolutely. If the insert can come out, I usually take it out. If it can't, or I feel like I'm forcing it, then I leave it in. Yeah, Shauna Lynn on the table. My goodness. I mean, come on. Who in the actual world loses something when it's 1 foot away from their face? The answer is this girl. This girl. All right, we're going to get this in here, get our shoe. So yeah, I just think that looks so much better than taking a picture of a crumpled shoe. This said $5, but you know I didn't pay $5 for them. I don't never pay $5. I think I wound up paying like $2 for these. Because you know, I probably did a bundle. How does that sound? Is what I say. And they say yes. Or they say no. Like the one lady. No. I'm not making a bundle for you. I'm like, all right, well, you're going to sell me these other things at your sale that you are willing to let go for an unreasonably low price. And then your Steve Madden bags that you want $15 for are just going to sit there. And then you're going to have to take them back in your garage. And then you're going to put them in a box. And then you're going to have a garage sale next year. And then I'm going to say to you, hey, would you be willing to do a bundle deal? And hopefully you'll say yes. And then I will buy them for like $1.50. Because that is what we do. Because we're resellers. We are making deals all of the time. All right, let's get these guys on here. Yeah, look at how nice that looks. Like putting those things in there, look at how different that looks than all the other chucks that are for sale. All the other ones that are used like this literally just look crumpled. Like they look so bad. We're going to take a little tape, do the old tape trick, just get rid of any of the little goobers. A lot of times on these chucks too, you won't even notice if there's any like little hairs or anything until you put the inserts in them, because even in the washer machine, they're so crumpled. All right, so we're going to get a picture of these babies. These beautiful high top Converse chuck skater, punk, indie, scenester, hipster, edgy, alternative, retro, streetwear, skate, skater boy, skater girl, skatewear, SK8, punk rock, rock and roll, classic rock, all of the good things. These will get all of the keywords to get sold. Will you just behave yourself? Thank you very much. Perfect. All right. And, oh, did I get it out? You know what I think I forgot to do? I got so distracted by losing that. I think I forgot to take a picture of the inside. Oh, it's okay because I already got to take these out. Wait, what did you put in the Converse? Ooh, Suzery, just you wait. Did you post these as you shoot them? No, Suze, I sit down after I get done with you guys. I'll eat a little lunch and then I'll sit down and I will get everything listed into eBay first. And then I get everything from eBay imported into Vendu. And then I cross list from there. So that is what I do. So this is what I put in there, Suzery. They're these little clear foot insert things. They have a slit here so that you can use them for sandals or dress shoes or any high heels or anything that's got like a toe thing. They also work great for tennis shoes. They work great for Converse. I use them for all my Vans. This is what I use because they don't look right. If you use like these kind of shoe horns on like a regular pair of canvas shoes, like these shoes or like Vans or something, it like hyper extends them and squeezes them in. I'll show you what I mean actually. So this is why I stopped using these on this, and I started using the, they just look really weird to me. So see how it hyper extends the shoe? It makes it look all weird. I don't know if you can see it on here, but it makes it look all weird and skinny in a photo. So if you look at that compared to, let me get to the photos and flip back to that and show you. It's like a super game changer getting these. So look at how nice that looks, where the shoe it looks even. And if you look from the top here, let's see if I've got, like, okay, here, looking from the side there, see how the shoe looks all even, but with this, it looks all like hyper extended and weird. So I stopped using these for that. I didn't like the way that they looked on my pictures, and I didn't like the way they looked on anyone else's pictures. So I was like, there's got to be a better solution for it. So I had already bought these to be able to use for sandals. And so I just tried popping them in one day, and I was like, whoa, that looks good. So these are all in that link in up on my page. So if you just go there and go over to reseller tools, they should be in there. So if they're not and they're sold out or something, then you could probably find something like it. Yeah, very cool. I just like the way it looks. Do you ever post pics of you wearing something? I don't, Foxy, ever. And I have my own opinions on that. If okay, here's my opinion on it. If you have bought something to like advertise on TikTok, right? You bought the shirt for yourself, you're wearing it, you're encouraging others to purchase it and get their own new version of it. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But I think this is just me, this is a me thing. When I'm trying to sell a used item and I put it on myself, that person doesn't have a choice to buy something larger or smaller than how it looks on me. So if they think it looks too tight on me, they're going to think it looks too tight on them. If it looks too loose on me, it may look too loose on them. Or maybe it looks loose on me and they get it and it's too tight on them. And they're like, well, it looked loose on you. And I'm like, well, yeah, we're not the same body shape. Same thing with like dresses, any of that kind of stuff. I don't want someone comparing how it's going to look on them to what it looks like on me, because we are totally different body shapes and they don't have a choice to get a larger or smaller size because this is the only one I have for sale. Does that make sense? Whereas on like TikTok shop, if I put on a sweater and I'm like, whoa, you guys really like the sweater, it's super comfortable, you should get one for yourself. You can go into TikTok shop. You can buy one that's smaller or larger. You can buy a different color. You can buy like a variation. I just don't want to create the impression that something is going to wear a certain way on someone when it's not. It's like, and I see this a lot, like some really super hot, smoking, perfect body shape girl is like, oh, I got this sweater. It's so cute and it's so amazing. And like, it's up for sale in my Etsy store. And then you get it and you put it on and you start laughing in the mirror because you're like, that I don't look like I'm 21 with a killer body and hormones at work. So that's kind of how I feel, is like, I don't want to create an expectation for someone that it's going to look worse or better on. So that's me. Do you recommend eBay to start selling? Suze, absolutely. Because eBay has templates already set up. You can go to sell similar and parry off of another person's listing, which makes it really easy for listing. It also has the best places for like item specifics. More people know about eBay than any other app. eBay is a great place to start. It's where I started. I know a lot of people that have started on Poshmark, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I just love eBay because eBay has the most fields to fill out. So if you fill out all of those fields on eBay, meaning title, description, item specifics, all of those things, that way when you start doing cross-listing software and you're using, Vendu, or you're using Autoposher or Flip or whatever cross-listing platform you have, if you can have all the eBay specifics up, it just makes it so easy to put it into the other apps and cross-list them, because those apps aren't going to ask as much information as eBay. So eBay is like the full buffet. Go to the full buffet first, see what you like, and then you can go to the little niche places, which is going to be Poshmark, Mercari, Depop, Grailed. Yeah, you're welcome. Have you ever thought about doing TikTok shop? Tina, that's so funny that you say that, because I got invited in to be an affiliate like forever ago. I just haven't done anything with it because I've just been busy. However, I was thinking about doing a video on this thing because I freaking love it so much. Here's my jam. I only want to recommend stuff I like. So I don't want to be trying to sell stuff that I'm just to sell it. You know, that's not my jam. So, but this thing here, this freaking thing right here is like the greatest thing I've ever used. I use it literally every day because whenever I ship or I sell anything that's like going to be like electronic or anything like that, I want to be able to record myself. I have way too many gadgets on my neck right now. I want to be able to record myself like doing the, what do you want to call it? Proof of the item. So I just stick my phone up here and I can do my thing. Or when I'm making some of the videos for you guys, like for the videos for TikTok and stuff like that, and I'm making little videos and I have my hands in it, this is what I'm using. I freaking am obsessed with this thing. I love this thing so much. So I was thinking about doing a little video on it. I stuck it in my TikTok shop. I don't know if anyone's ever seen it, but I was thinking about doing a video on it because I really do love it. I really do like it. It is something I use every single day. How many total items do you have in your eBay store, and what is your average sales per day? Peasy, I think I usually teeter around 900 items. It seems like every time I try to get close to 1,000, I just sell so much. I'm at this interesting place now where I am selling almost as much as I'm listing every day. And so my numbers aren't going up, which is great. I mean, that's where you want to be, right? There's a fancy word for it, and I can't remember what it is because I'm not a fancy kind of girl. So I'm never really teetering over that. And a lot of those listings I have right now, I would say probably half of them are like really old stuff that I just need to clear out of my inventory. So I'm selling stuff pretty quickly. I would say I usually on average sell around 5 to 10 items a day. Just kind of depends on the day. I mean, I think we shipped out, what did we ship out? Like 32 items yesterday. So, and that was like 4 days, maybe. I think that was like 4 days. So yeah, maybe like, I haven't thought about it, 7 or 8 things a day, maybe somewhere right in there. Request things you like. I know that's what I need to do. Yeah, Tina, I really like this one. So there's a couple different ones that they have. What I did was I found someone that I trust, and connected with her. She told me which one she likes because there was complaints people had gotten with the other one that the clip thing didn't work. So I went with the one she recommended, and I'm glad I got that one. So I did stick it. It's in my TikTok shop. When you get off here, if you go over to the little product thing, you'll see the brand that I like. I love that thing, man. It's just magnetic too. It's great. All right, you guys, I'm gonna jam. I need food. I can feel my attention span waning. So I'm gonna grab something to eat. I can hear Justin chopping things up in the other room. So thanks you guys for coming in. 6.6K hearts. We got 50 people in here today, photographing shoes. Thank you for our subscribers. Thank you for the pumpkin pie gifts and all the other little gifts, you guys. I'll be back on here tomorrow. I was going to do shipping tomorrow, but I think I may do shipping on Friday because it's a weird week. Normally I do it Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but with Veterans Day, it's thrown the week off. And I don't want to ship tomorrow and then have to ship again on Friday. So I think I'm just going to wait till Friday and get everything shipped. So tomorrow I'll be back on. I don't know what we're going to work on tomorrow. It depends on what box Justin brings me out of the garage of doom. And then last but not least, before I get out of here, do not forget, go to your Apple Play Store, download this little app right here called Jamble, Jamble. It's basically like WN, right? So it's a live selling platform. I just like it a little bit more. It's a little bit more organized over there, which kind of is how my brain thinks. So number one, K-Way, our good friend K-Way, is doing some shows over there as well. So he's got a show coming up on Friday. So this Friday, he's got a show. What you can do is just go in and just click heart. And how you find that is super easy. Just go up in the search little area here, click on members, type in his name, and then you will see his show. And you click that little heart there, and then that way you'll get a bookmark to come to his show. And then if you guys want to also come to ours, pop over to mine, which is NiceComps. What you're going to do is you're going to click here on this little one here, and you're going to bookmark it, add a little heart to it, and that way you'll get notified that it's going to go on. Then, most importantly, in your account, click on that little cog wheel, and when you scroll down, you'll see something that says redeem a code. So what you're going to do is you're going to type in NiceComps 25. So it's NiceComps 25. Type that in and then redeem it. What that's going to do is that's going to give you $25 to spend in Jamble. You can spend it at my show. You could spend it at K-Ways if you want. I hope you spend it at my show. But either way, I'm happy. And just redeem that, and then you'll be able to get a free 25 bucks. So hopefully you guys will come. I'm excited. I'm a little nervous. I have never, this is true story, I have never done a live selling show. So we're going to see what happens. It's called Jamble. It's Jamble. Jamble. And then that code you're going to use one more time is NiceComps 25. So it's my name plus 25 because you're going to get $25 credit in your account. Oh, by the way, we're also doing a Coach bag giveaway. I don't know if you guys saw that, but because this app personally invited us in to sell on there. And they're like, if you'll come in and sell on here, we will give a Coach bag away at your first show to one of the viewers. So it's free to enter, and you can get in and win a Coach bag. So, I mean, that's pretty cool. Yeah, nice, right, Groovy? All right, you guys, thank you so much for coming in. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace. And thanks to everybody on all the platforms for coming in.